Thousands of acres burnt in a fire that left over 30 families without homes. And today authorities are saying that the fire could have started from a single cigarette. Yeah, well, Fiesta West Texas has everything from games to rides to food. And today I had a chance to see how an event like this can really affect the economy here in Odessa. Welcome back. While most people around the Permian Basin would say that football is the biggest sport in town, many would say that track and field is not too far off. Yeah, the City Council just started their meeting about what to do with the Flint Hills chemical plant just outside of Odessa with the contaminated water underneath the facility.
Vintage guitars. I found real old books from the 1800s, collectibles, toys, all kinds of things like that.
Felix Michow has been buying storage units for years in Odessa, but lately the storage war battlefield has become as dangerous as ever.
Ever since the shows came out, you know, pretty much instantly, when you go to the auctions, you see a lot more people and just packed up in there, just crowded. You know, people that really don't know what they're doing, just coming up and pretty much upping our bids to where we have to spend more money to get a unit.
But Jim McInnes, who has been buying units for over 10 years, wants to let people know that storage units aren't as glamorous as they seem.
There's been a major influx of a lot of people coming to get rich quick, and I've got some real good news for them. Good luck.
I've been seeing an increase in what people are paying and the amount of people that are registering to bid now.
Karen Parnelf is the manager for AAA Storage. She runs these auctions as a last resort to sell an unpaid storage unit.
Once a person goes into lien, we cannot contact them, can't find them, then we have no option except to auction off their unit.
So to break even on the unpaid unit, they auction off the goods inside. The catch, the bidder doesn't know what they're getting when they bid. They're just hoping to strike rich on valuable items inside.
It's just kind of like gambling in Las Vegas.
And once the auctioneer begins and the bids start coming in, it's every buyer for themselves.
Me and the guy with the big pockets over here, we usually get into a couple bidding wars, you know, so always come prepared to get down in a dogfight and spend some money and make them spend some money for sure.
Watching CBS 7 News, where are you going to go? Where do you want to be in downtown? 7 News.
Nobody lost their house out here that I've seen so far, which is a good feeling.
Bob Patterson was thinking the worst after he and his neighbors were evacuated from their homes.
Nobody knew what to do or where to go, so we pretty much just got in our cars and moved out of the immediate danger area. Most everybody pretty much stayed real close.
But when returning home, the damage was not as bad as they had thought.
I came back and started putting out hotspot fires all around my place, that anything that was burning, as much as I could last night.
And Patterson says he'll never forget that blaze right outside his home.
It was pretty scary, you know, and when I first walked out the back door, it was like kind of a blast furnace.
The wind and the dry conditions are just making these fires grow so fast and spread so fast that by the time we get a call on them, they're already so big that it's hard to get a handle on them.
Captain Brian Barrow of the South Hector County Volunteer Fire Department was one of the first to the scene of the fire. And with help from fire crews around West Texas, they were able to prevent any major damage to the area. But with all the fires popping up around town, it's not getting any easier.
We're doing the best we can with what we have to work with, but sometimes it's just not enough.
We work together, our kids play together, they go to school together. We do everything the same. We just want to be equal, nothing different.
The flags were out, the chants were loud, and the message was clear.
Marriage is a union of two people who love each other, and they should be allowed to marry each other if two people are in love.
The Coming Out for Marriage Equality rally brought more people than expected to show their support for equal rights.
Even if my spouse is working, we can't insure each other. It's each on your own. And we don't live any differently than anybody else. We're just seeking to be the same.
But not everyone agrees. Amanda Callender was joined by several children to protest the rally and make sure their opinion was heard.
I'm religious, so a lot of what I say is based off of religion. It's not supposed to be that way. I'm defending my beliefs, just like they're defending theirs.
But for the people at the rally, they knew some protests were to be expected.
Midland, Odessa is pretty close to the Bible Belt. It's not accepted at all. People such as law enforcement, medical field, teachers, they can't be here today. Not because they're not homosexual, they are. They can't be here because if their face was to be seen and they were recognized, they would lose their job, they would be condemned.
But in the end, the supporters at the rally made their point to West Texans. Marriage equality is what they want.
When do we want it? Now!
I'm happy that we can do this in Odessa. It makes me feel really good about Odessa and West Texas in general.
My niece was just crying on the phone telling me that the house was on fire, that my mom, my nephew were in there.
Isaac Arguello got a call at around 5 a.m. Sunday morning that no person would ever want to get. His family home was in flames with his mother, 60-year-old Petra Arguello, and his nephew, 9-year-old Jacob, stuck inside.
Didn't think it happened to me, ever. You see it, fires, just never happened.
Isaac's niece and nephew both had friends sleep over for the night, and his father and mother, who was suffering from Alzheimer's, were in the home as well. When they smelt the smoke, they ran outside for cover, but Isaac's father couldn't find little Jacob.
He went in the living room trying to find him and stuff. Couldn't find him. He went out to see if he was outside real quick. Couldn't find him, so he came out. They heard him. They're yelling inside.
9-year-old Jacob and his grandmother Petra were later found dead in the home, leaving their family in shock.
He's about to turn 10 on Friday. He had his birthday coming up. He had an all-star game coming up too next weekend. He's just a fun kid. Just light of the house.
But for Isaac and the Arguello family, the memories will last forever.
Just gotta be strong. Just me, my dad, and niece. Hold it together.
The AFC and NFC championships are set as the second round of the NFL playoffs came to an end earlier today. This weekend was packed with everything from snow showers to upsets to some fights. We begin in New England, where the division rival Jets and Patriots met for the third time this season. First drive of the game, not a good one for the Patriots. Tom Brady with an interception to David Harris, who rumbles to the Patriot 10-yard line. That was Brady's first interception in 11 games, and the timing couldn't have been worse. Then in the second quarter, Mark Sanchez finds LaDainian Tomlinson, who takes it into the end zone for the 7-yard touchdown. 7-3 Jets. Later, Mark Sanchez to Braylon Edwards, who fights his way, dragging defenders into the end zone for the score. 14-3 New York. Third quarter, you know Tom Brady's not going down without a fight. The play action here, and then he throws it to Algie Crumpler for the touchdown. The two-point conversion would be good. 14-11 Jets. Then in the fourth, look at this touchdown catch by Santonio Holmes. Similar to his catch in the Super Bowl for the Steelers, both feet inbounds to make it 21-11 Jets. Then to seal the game, Sean Green takes it into the end zone for the 16-yard run, and the Jets upset the one-seeded Patriots 28-21. They will play the Steelers in Pittsburgh next week. And before that game, the Chicago Bears hosted the Seattle Seahawks. First quarter, Bears getting started early. Jay Cutler finds Greg Olsen deep for a 58-yard touchdown. Bears up 7-0. It was Cutler's first career playoff game, and he had a monster day. Second quarter now, Bears pulling away. Chester Taylor pounds it in for the 1-yard slow-motion touchdown run to make it 14-zip Bears. The Bears just with no mercy. Jay Cutler here using his feet, this time for the 9-yard touchdown run. Bears up 28-0. Fourth quarter now, Jay Cutler leaves Seattle alone. The 39-yard touchdown pass to Kellen Davis, and Davis tops it off with a dunk on the field goal post there. Some nice ups. Then the Seahawks trying to save themselves from complete embarrassment. Matt Hasselbeck with the 3-yard touchdown pass to Mike Williams. Almost intercepted there, but that would be all she wrote. And the Bears win it 35-24. They advance to the NFC Championship game, where they will host the Green Bay Packers. Now to some NBA action. The Denver Nuggets and San Antonio Spurs met tonight. Second quarter, J.R. Smith with the three-point jumper to make it 32-20 Nuggets. But the Spurs come back rolling. Manu Ginobili drives, puts the ball around his back, and lays it in with the foul. Let's see that again. Harlem Globetrotter style there from Manu to make it 37-34 Nuggets. And then the Spurs kept rolling. George Hill to Richard Jefferson for three to make it 43-39. Spurs with the lead. Then George Hill wants to shoot a three this time, and he gets it. The Spurs end the first half on a 26-7 run, and they are currently leading the Nuggets 95-79 late in the fourth quarter.